Welcome to my channel, Make Easy. In this channel, you will get videos related to the programming, related to the computer number system, and topics related to the computers. So if you are interested, just watch the playlist and videos of this YouTube channel. Specifically today, we are discussing about different ways of problem solving. It includes algorithm, flowchart, and how to make algorithm and flowchart. Please check out the link in the description for more videos. In this specific video, we'll talk about algorithm and flowchart in programming. Whether you are learning QBasic programming, C programming, C++, or any other programming, it is same for all. So in the previous video, we already discussed about different steps of problem solving. It is include algorithm as well as flowchart. Remember that before writing a code, before making any software as a software developer, we just go through these steps: algorithm and flowchart. In company also, there is a one post which is for making a design of the requirement. As a software developer, if you are working on a company, then the customer or your customer will give you the requirement, like I want this type of software to do work like making attendance system or making software for the school. So customer will give you the requirement, and the role you have to write down all the requirement, and you have to write the algorithm how we can develop that software, and we have to make a flow chart that will display the functionalities and step-by-step things what we have to do while writing the code. So before writing a code, we have to do these steps. So this is what algorithm and flow chart, a step-by-step procedure to make a solution or to solve a problem is algorithm, and diagrammatical representation of that algorithm is flowchart. Okay, now as a software developer, as a programming beginners, we have to make algorithm and flowchart to do sum of two numbers. That means, so before we solve any problem, in the question what you can see is sum of two numbers. We have to add two numbers. So basically, as a programmer, as a non-programmer, what is the requirement for this program is we need two numbers because we have to add those two numbers, so we need two numbers. So algorithm, first step one will start, we'll write a start in each algorithm. Step one is start, and after that, when we are dealing with programming, we have to declare a variable which can store the value. Variable is a placeholder or name which can store the value in programming. So declare variable number one, number two, and sum. Why sum? Because after calculating addition of two number, we have to store that in variable. So number one to store first number two to store second number, and num for sum for storing that addition value. Okay, step 3, we have declared the variable, so we can store value on that. Read value of number 1 and number 2. So after declaring, we'll ask user to enter number, first number and second number, and those number will store in number 1 and number 2 variable. So we get the numbers, that is the requirement. After that, for adding those two numbers, what we'll write here is add two numbers and store in variable. Which variable? This one variable, sum. And after adding and storing variable, in variable we have to print that value. So print sum will display that addition, and then stop. This is the simple steps to do addition of two numbers. So how to write the flowchart? We have already discussed about this symbol in previous class, so you can watch that. This is for starting of our flowchart. Start, this symbol, and this arrow to connect this flowchart, and the next we can make one symbol to declare, but that is not compulsory in flowchart. So we are writing this one to take input. This is the symbol input number 1, number 2. That means input means we are asking user to enter the number, which number you wanna enter for addition. So number 1 will be stored here, and number 2 also is stored here. Then after that, after getting number, we have to calculate sum. So sum equals to number 1 plus number 2, that is sum, and after adding this, the sum will be stored in sum variable. and then after that we have to display the value. So print sum, that is addition of two number. We have taken the input, we have done addition, we have printed the value, then end, or you can write stop. For input and output, same symbol. For this processing means assigning value to the variable or adding, calculating, this is for that rectangle shape. And then starting and stop, this symbol are same. So in this way we do algorithm and flowchart for addition of two number. Let's do another one. Find the perimeter of rectangle. So before we write algorithm, just we have to know this, what is the requirement for this program. Perimeter, for perimeter formula is 2 into L plus B. So in the formula what is there? L in plus B. So we need length. L means length and B for breadth. So we need two things, that is length and breadth. In previous program we need two numbers. In this program we need length value and breadth value, two values. So let's start. First step, start, and then declare variable LB, length and breadth, to store value of length and breadth, and P because we have to calculate perimeter. P, you can use any other variable name as well, but it must be related. Okay, so read value for L comma B. For length and breadth we have to read value. We have to ask user to enter the value for length and breadth. That is also done. After getting value we have to calculate perimeter, and formula is 2 into L plus B. So after it is calculated and is stored in P, and print P, that is perimeter, and then after printing stop. Done. So here start, this is same symbol which we have used here, this or this, you can use any. Start, and then after that input LB. Input L comma B means we are taking input for length and breadth. User will enter any value for LB, that will be stored in LB, length and breadth. After getting that value, P equals to 2, that is formula, into L plus B. So after getting value we have calculated this perimeter and stored in P variable here for perimeter, and print P, printed perimeter value also, and then stop. So this is the flowchart for our perimeter of rectangle. For input and output same, processing this rectangle symbol, and starting and stop is same symbol. This is done. So let's do next one. Find the greater among two number. Okay, greater among two number means we need, again, requirement for this program is two numbers. We need two numbers. So we'll start first and declare variable a comma b to store the value, two values, first value in a, second value is in b. And after that declaring we have to read value for a and b, because first value will be stored in a and second value will be stored in b. This is declaration, and this is reading value, taking input from user. After taking input from user, if you have two values like 10 and 12, so which is greater? 12 is greater. But how you know? Because you compare those values, 10 and 12, you compare those values. If 10 is greater than 12, then 10 is greater, else 12 is greater. So we have to compare those values. So if a is greater than b, a means first value is greater than second value, then go to step 5. In step 5 what we have written here, print a is greater, and then stop. Okay, if a is greater than b, then a is greater, first value is greater, and then stop. Else if a is greater than b is false, that means a is not greater, then else go to step 6. Step 6, print b is greater. We have to print b is greater. If a is not greater, then b is greater, and then next step, that is stop. So this is very simple. We are checking if condition. Let's say in the flowchart, start, read a b, that means first value and second value. For checking condition we have to use this diamond type symbol. As you can see here, is a greater than b, is here a greater than b, whether answer is true or false, or yes or no. If yes, that means a is greater, so print a, we are printing value a. If no, if is a greater than b, a is greater than b, no, that means a is not greater, then no, it will go here and print b, that is b is greater, and then after that end, both from here. So you can write here if or is, your choice, then in this way it works. Let's see the next one. Algorithm and flowchart for finding number is even or odd. So before you go, you have to know where what is the requirement for the program. That is one number. User will give any number, let's say 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 70, 100. So you have to say that whether that is even or odd. Let me give you one example. 12. 12 is even. 11. 11 is odd. So why this is even or odd? How it is even or odd? So even, for even, definition is if any number is divisible by 2, that is even, else odd. So if we divide 12 by 2, so 2 6 are 12 and remainder is 0. After dividing any number with 2, if we get remainder as 0, then that is even number. Okay, so first of all, algorithm start, read num, because we want only one number. If num divisible by 2, if user enter number is divisible by 2, that means we are getting remainder as 0. Go to step 4. In step 4, display even and stop. Okay, else if number is not divisible by 2, then go to step 5. Step 5, odd and stop, display odd. This is done. So in flowchart, start read num, that is reading the first number, and num, this percent symbol 2 equals to 0. In programming, this percent symbol will give you remainder after division. So we are dividing this num user entered value by 2, and if we get this 0 in remainder, because this will give percent will give remainder, after dividing number with 2, if we get remainder 0, then it is true. If it is true, if you get remainder 0, then it is true. True means print, yeah, display even. If this is false, that means not divisible by 2. It will go here and print or display odd and then stop, and here also stop. So in this way